I believe little Sophia is coming to the stage. Christina, are you coming too? Okay. The competition was much, much older. About, I think, what it's like being a Chinese-American kid. And that's pretty cool. She also has written and co-written songs, including Little Teacup with her dad. And of course, she is the talent in the song. But she's also learned to play ukulele, and she plans to conquer the guitar. So I think it's really cool that music is a big part of Sophia's life. How about an insanely warm round of applause?
Hi guys. I want everybody to know that it's okay that Richard is in heaven now and he is making some of his famous chili. And when I was little, he always asked me, have you ever seen a guy who could play guitar while making the best batch of chili in the world? And I always answered, no. And there he went, playing his guitar and making chili. But the thing is, I never really asked him for the recipe. But it's okay. The only good reason that God took him to heaven is so Daddy could sit next to his throne and make him happy, because he did so many good things to make others happy. But even in heaven, Daddy can make the angels happy by singing with them and telling him his best jokes. But Daddy didn't copy these jokes from other people. He was just born to be funny and have jokes in his heart to make other people happy. And on Christmas morning, I noticed something very strange. Daddy's stocking only had a few goodies and chocolates in it, but me and my mom's stockings were overfilled with goodies. And now I realized that he gave up his happiness so we could be happy. Richard's purpose was fulfilled in life, and his purpose was to give unconditioned love to others. So God took him to his house. But at least I still can remember him, and I'll see him soon. Thank you all for being the best friends a guy like Richard could ever ask for.
Well, there's at least one mature person in the room. Isn't she fantastic? Now, a dear friend who worked on stage with Ricardo is Jim Gormley, who is here today. Come on up, Jim. He's going to share some music.
Thank you. Oh. It's an honor to follow our last guest. In this great circle of life, I'd like to introduce Ken Hess on my left. I met Ken at a place called LA Bar and Grill in Arlington. We've since struck up a kind of a musical friendship and play a lot of places now. We also met Ricardo there, which was a great point in my life. One day, Ricardo called me up. I played percussion at the LA Bar and Grill. Ricardo called me up and said, can you play with me on some event that you had coming up? And I said, well, gee, unfortunately, I'd love to, but I can't make that event. But I'll give you a name of somebody you might want to call. So I told him to call Gavin. And Gavin struck up a great relationship with Ricardo. So when Gavin moved to Costa Rica and stayed there for quite a while and came back kind of to visit us, we got to this party together, and of course, Ricardo was part of the party, and so I was delighted to have him over to my house. And then later on, I think maybe one of the last times I actually talked to Ricardo was at the Epicure Cafe where he was playing. And he was eating before he was playing, and he looked up at me when I came by and he said, "Your chicken is better." From my house. So when we get together the next time, we're going to share recipes. I'm going to get the chili recipe and then somehow get it back to you. And I think for people speaking today, boy, if you could only speak to this screen behind me, get a little strength from it with Ricardo with his noodles sticking out of his head, tongue, make things a little easier to talk. And I'm not really a songwriter like those folks who are surrounding us today. So I'm going to call on a fellow who I have somewhat of an acquaintance with named Pierce Pettis. Can't be bought or sold, faith. That kind of love, it always gives itself away. That kind of love, it's wiser than the wisest say. His innocence makes me ashamed till I'm not sure that I can take kind of love. Pride and hatred cannot stand that kind of love. Greater love hath no man. That kind of love won't be held unto itself. It spreads its charm, it casts its spell, so no one's safe this side of hell. That kind of love. Love drums. Love rejected and ignored, held in chains behind closed doors. Stuff of legend and of song. Deep down, everybody longs for that kind of love, that kind of love. Some people never know that kind of love, but it only takes a child to show that kind of love. Widows smile and strong men weep. Little ones play at its feet. The deaf can hear, the blind can see. That kind of love. Love triumphant, love on fire. Love that humbles and inspires. Love that does not hesitate. No conditions, no restraints.
sky, everything must fall in time.